Good morning, everybody. I am dressed up like I'm going on a safari today. Those were my shoes for when I did my Wheel Choosers outfit of the day video. By the way, totally if you're into fashion and like seeing like get ready with me dress ups, go check out my TikTok. But anyway, the weather. Look, the tree be broken and there's a little flood. I'm really channeling like being outside but inside. But today's an exciting day because this evening, Titus and I have tickets to a kind of like a gin night is the closest thing I can think of calling it. Like a gin company is collaborating with a local bar/restaurant to deliver people with tickets 5 courses, so a meal and a gin cocktail, a gin drink, and with each course. So I'm not a huge drinker at all. I don't even like gin that much, but it was just sounded like such a cool opportunity to go out, and it was relatively cheap, $100 for 5 courses and 5 drinks. Like, you can't get a course for like $10 and a drink for $10 these days, so it works out really, really well. So that's what this evening's like entertainment per se is going to be. So I'll take you along to that as best as I can. Obviously it's like a moment, I don't want to interrupt like filming all the time, but it is a rainy day, it's midday, I slept in so much this morning, so let's pick out the next book. We've been on an absolute roll. I'll put up on the screen where we are with the Goodreads goal. The last book we read was a sequel, so I'm going to replace that with graphic novel / manga. I'm trying to make it not glary. I haven't got the hang of it yet. There we go. Random number off my own unread shelf. Okay, well, I'm going to make my unread shelf the library bookshelf. Alright, up on my laptop down here, I've got 1 to 16 because I have 16 books that are spine out. We have 1. Okay. And that is The Poet X. Wait, I swear my camera just stopped filming for a second. That's weird. But it is The Poet X. It looks like a beefy one, but it's literally just like really, glare. How can I not get glare? There we go. Like short pages. So although it is 350-ish pages long, I don't think it'll take me long to get through. So I'm gonna go make myself some breakfast and get a start on this. Alright, a little bit of an update for you all. I am up to page 92, which is also part 2 of this book. It is a... The dogs keep barking next door and howling. Not gonna lie, they're starting to get annoying. But yes, it's really good so far. I can see why it's so... What's the word I'm looking for? World-renowned, I think is how you say that. It's really important, really like powerful messages for young women, especially this is a Dominican main character, so women of colour, and how sexualized young girls can be just because they have a figure and hips and breasts. So really, really important kind of story to tell. Another book that I totally would teach, especially if I had a class of young women, like if I was ever at a girls' school, that would be such a good book, especially because it's so easy to read and it being quite short. They're like poems, right? It would be quite accessible for the less avid readers in the classroom. So sorry, just like teacher hack commentary there. I have some leftovers here for lunch. I'm going to put on an episode of Netflix and have a break from reading, and then honestly I'm going to get back into it because I want to keep finding out what happens to our main character. Part 3 update. Still a blooming good book. Talking about students reading it, definitely the seniors. It gets pretty violent at times, and I have to say that Elizabeth Acevedo is doing a blooming good job at getting you to really care for the character and really despise those people who mistreat her. So I guess now that I know more about the book, I can explain what happens in case you don't know. So it follows our main character, Sayamara. She is approximately 16, I believe, and she is a twin. Now, she is a cavalicious woman, young woman, who has been told her whole life how to be, how to act, and that because boys and men call her names on the street, like catcall her and are attracted to her, that it's her fault. So she doesn't really stand up for herself to her parents, mostly her mum. Her dad's kind of present but absent. And she's falling in love, and then things hit the fan and it goes downhill from there because her mum is a very, very strict Catholic. She's not allowed to be with boys, kiss boys, do anything other than be really pious. And so that's like her main obstacle, finding her own voice, finding herself in a family which doesn't seem to accept her. I also love the side character of her twin brother, Xavier, who is gay, so he's battling the same thing because, you know, homosexuality is a sin in the biblical sense, and like he would not be accepted by his parents. So there's just a really intense story being told in a really poetic way that just gets you feeling. And I really like the writing style because it doesn't feel like you're necessarily reading a bunch of poems until certain verses hit you with the like rhyme if you were to slow down and like really read it. So I am quite enjoying it. I must be a little bit past halfway and I'm honestly just going to sit here and keep reading. My snack of choice has changed to M&Ms. Alright guys, I finished reading Poet X. 5 out of 5 stars. Brilliant masterpiece of a novel. I felt so emotional, like, alongside the character. There are some parts of it that I wish were expanded upon. Of course, the word count is limited when it's a collection of poems, essentially. For example, there is a moment where our poet, our main character, speaks a very specific poem to an audience, and unless I kind of misread it, I don't think we saw what that poem was. I would love to have known which poem she decided to share with the audience. So there are little bits that I felt like a little bit cut short out on at the very end. I won't spoil anything, but there is a blow up kind of between characters. You feel it building from the very beginning. So I don't think that confrontation is anything but expected. But the aftermath of that confrontation isn't really delved into. But I'm going to put this down, and I honestly am just going to pick up Chlorine Sky straight away because this is... Hang on, let me actually put this away. There we go. Because Chlorine Sky is the one that on the back is blurbed by the author of Poet X. So I really want to... just keep going with that vibe, that poem, as a form of sharing a story. So this one is Chlorine Sky. The only kind of blurb it has is about, she looks me hard in my eyes and my knees lock into tree trunks. My eyes don't dance like my heartbeat racing. They stare straight back, hot daggers. It's a gritty and heartbreaking novel about broken promises, rumours, and when growing up means growing apart from your best friend. So the other one, Poet X, is definitely more like a family and romance situation. This one sounds like a best friendship breaking up situation. Let's have a look at the first sentence. Okay. Oh, some pretty graphic. To my grandmothers, thank you for teaching me kindness. To my younger self, you deserve, you deserve, you deserve. To my daughter, you're the most beautiful poem I've ever written. Oh, cute. There we go. Me and Laylee ain't talking, 'cause she thinks she cute, 'cause she think I ain't. Must be pretty boy Curtis, all in her head, all in her mouth, making her forget her home training, making her forget her daddy got a gun for a living and her mama gone. Immediately, like a different... Oh, hello, Titus. You have emerged. I like your slippers. What are you doing? Are you restless too? I've got M&Ms here if you want some M&Ms. Are you trying to get it through the hole? Yeah. I feel like we're both quite restless right now. I'm kidding. Is it in? I literally can't feel it. Are you putting the other one in? Oh, that's so sad. I'm gonna feel lopsided now. Is it beautiful?
Yeah.
Alright, changing plans. I'm not gonna read right now. We are going to go snack shopping because, as you can tell, we're going through them. Even though I have lunch and I have breakfast, I think when I'm at home and it's like stuck inside because of the weather, the only option I have really is to read and eat. So we're gonna go stock up on snacks. Snack Palace! Alright team, snack haul. The first thing here isn't a snack, it's laundry detergent. Babe! Can you put this in the garage? Or at least outside the garage door so we can do it next time we go. We have Warheads Extreme Sour Freezer Pops. Never had these before, but love like the Warhead TNT sweets. Just some lip masks because in winter they get a bit sore and dry, and then just bin bags. Okay. We also have Italian style black pepper and parmesan Pringles. We have Milky Bar hot chocolate, some of my faves. Oh, sandwich bags. We have movie theatre butter popcorn. No idea what that's meant to be any different. Did you guys see my reaction time? I'm so impressed with myself. We have Belgian hot chocolate Choco Dream things. I don't know. We were running out of hot chocolate. And then the same brand has iced coffee caramel. I'm not much of a coffee person. In fact, I'm not a coffee person, but Titus wanted to try these and hey, I might like it because of the caramel. I'll give it a sip. My drink of choice, Dr. Pepper. Love that like cherry flavored things. Watermelon sour strap things. A 5-pack of Curly Wurlies. Some Twix cookies with like caramel in the middle. Sounded good. And then we have some tonic water for Ty and his drinks. Sea salt crisps. Gluten-free Cocoa Pops because they're Cocoa Pops. Bacon and milk. And then another drink of choice for myself, 4 peach iced teas. Okay, let me put this away. I have about an hour until I want to start getting ready for our activity tonight, and I'm hungry and so I don't want to overwhelm, so I'm going to finish off some snacks and start this one. A quick read, but a really good one. I really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to give it 4, I'm debating 4 or 5 stars. I think 4 stars. Again, really good, but there's something holding me back from giving it a 5. It's just really solid story about a girl who plays basketball and is often like verbally being, I was gonna say abused. I don't know if you can call it abuse, like bullying. Although at what point does verbal bullying become verbal abuse? She's just constantly like picked on by her half sister. She's often picked on by the boys that she plays basketball with, you know, like them telling her she ain't good enough, but she's like one of the best, so tall poppy syndrome. She's got a best friend who she kind of falls apart from, finding new friends. It's just a really good snippet of life story talking about how you should always be true to yourself. It was quite heartwarming. So yeah, I am going to get ready for the date night though. You cannot see the fit, but I've got like a shiny black shirt on and just some jeans and some boots. And this is just my face. I've just put on a little bit of makeup, nothing too intense. And we're going to head out for dinner and drinks now. So I will get whatever footage I can. Oh, it's so dark. I thought I'd have enough light. So I got absolutely no footage from inside the venue for dinner and drinks because the way you were set up is you were encouraged to talk to other people. So I didn't want to... Sorry, let me go back a step. So we were placed in the middle of a table full of lots of other people. So filming was kind of out of the question because I would have caught other people in it. And you guys know I don't like filming other people. It's just super invasive, especially if you then go put that online for people to see who don't know them and whatever. So I didn't get any footage, but I did get pictures of every single one of the 5 courses, so I will flash them up here. It was really decent food and really fun atmosphere. I'm not much of a gin person, so not exactly my favourite drinks. However, I still drank them. They were still decent and overall had a good time. And we then followed up by going into the arcade and having some really good fun on, there's this drum one we discovered. Oh, what a great time. But honestly, I'm pretty shattered right now. We're currently packed up in McDonald's because Ty is still hungry, bless him. So he's gone in to grab himself a burger, but I'm totally full enough, so I'm going to head home, shower, and head straight to bed. I'm quite tired. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, team. Today is a fun one because we're actually off to see Thor Love and Thunder. Hang on, let me shut my door. Thor Love and Thunder in just a couple of hours, but a couple of hours means a couple of hours still of reading time. So Chlorine Sky was the one I read last night. Update on my Goodreads goal. So you know the drill, we're gonna spin for another one. So to replace the gap we have Own Voice, which I think I'd be able to do. So let's get this level as possible. Ooh, okay, contemporary. Do I have any? I feel like I need to quickly Google the definition of the contemporary genre. Alright, based on the definition, it's anything that happens after World War II. So I did wonder if the Librarian of Auschwitz would count. It is based on experiences, but I guess it's set in World War II. So I'm going to put this onto a side, which means I have the Bride Test and So Much to Tell You. Honestly, I feel like I might even be able to fit this in before going to the movies. So I'm going to go for this one. Alrighty, so this is the John Marsden, ignore my tights, John Marsden novel, which is all about someone who doesn't talk anymore. She's obviously experienced some sort of trauma because she's scarred. She then has to write a diary by her English teacher, and this is how she expresses herself. And it is a pretty short book, 149 pages. Okay, February 6th. I don't know what I am doing here. Alright, so we start off at a hospital where she's meant to be getting therapy to help her talk again. Interesting. No, wait. The hospital is the boarding school. Okay, no. The hospital was like some sort of psych ward, which our main character is no longer at because she wasn't making progress there, so they moved her to a boarding school. That's what happened. I got to page 104 out of 149, so I didn't quite finish it, but it is time to go to the cinemas.
I can order it. It's going to
Focal Point Cinema, your boutique cinema and cafe experience.
Okay, back from the movies. I thought it was really good. I know that I've seen a decent amount online of like people not liking it as much, but I think you've got to go in knowing it's kind of just like a rom-com, but Thor and Jane. It was quite good. I quite enjoyed it. And we are going to go check out the thrift store now though. Alright team, I am back from Save Mat and I did get a few goodies, so I thought I would just show you them. Not the rice though. That's for dinner. The first thing I have here is this gorgeous, gorgeous Pierre Cardin dress. I am totally aware that it is see-through, but I do already own a slip, like a little black slip, which I'll put underneath. Just the way it hangs, and it feels really silky. I don't know if it is actual silk. I doubt it. No, 100% polyester. But it feels so soft, and it's just going to be absolutely perfect for like summer when it eventually comes. I know it's the middle of winter right now, but I also thought it'd be really cute as a beach little slip if I ever get around to going to the beach. But yeah, that's the first piece. I'll add in little clips of me trying things on. The next one I got is this absolutely adorable halter, and it's got these little bits of embroidery, and then it cinches in just under the bust with cute little bits of ribbon, and I just love the way it flows. Like if you do a little twirl, it kind of spins out. It's just absolutely adorable. I then got some more pants. I am a fiend for pants, but I do not have this type of pant. They are high-waisted, like I call them camo green in my mind. They're like the khaki green, wide leg. They obviously need a good steam, a good iron, but they've got like a little side zip button situation, and at the front it comes with a little built-in gold belt, which normally I'm not a big fan of built-in belts, but in this case I think it's dainty enough to go with like however I would style it anyway, so I picked those up. And then the piece that I'm like, I was umming and ahhing about these, but I had to pick them up because they just fit so perfectly. These gold snakeskin print heeled booties. I mean, they just fit me so perfectly. They're my favourite kind of height. I do wish this was just a little bit taller, but it's not the end of the world for me. I still absolutely love them. I don't know when I'll wear them. I can picture some outfits like with those green pants that would actually look pretty cool. And they're in pretty good nick. I don't see any sort of brand on them anywhere. Like they could literally just be Kmart boots for all I know. But they're only $13, so I thought, heck, I'll add them to my collection. For the rest of the day though, I am going to get out of these pants, put on some sweatpants, and I think I want to go finish that book. Okay, good evening vlog. It has been a little bit of time since I actually last talked to you. I've just been editing this vlog, actually, keeping on top of things, so I don't have like 3 hours of footage to sift through, but your gal finished it, and honestly I think it's one of those books which was just an unexpected good read. I really enjoyed it. It's what I expected The Silent Patient to be like. In saying that, I haven't read The Silent Patient. It's still on my shelf. I need to read it for book club that first week back at school, but I've got time on my hands, so I'm not doing it just yet. But I've heard from the girls I'm reading it with that it doesn't necessarily focus on the silent patient. It focuses more on the silent patient's therapist. So yeah, that's where that comment comes from. I just think it was a really nice little conversation about, I say nice, that's not the right word, it's about trauma. And I don't want to say what specific type of trauma because it is slowly revealed to you throughout the novel, but it is a trauma that makes a young woman mute and not want to get close to people. I will let you know though that it's not rape. That's not a trigger warning involved, but there is it is about violence. So a heads up for that. Please do your own research if you do want to read it, because it could be quite triggering, I imagine. I like how it actually deals with the idea of triggering. There's an event in the novel which emulates the trauma that our main character herself experienced, so that was quite an interesting thing to actually see that in a novel. She watched a film that her school had put on that had a very triggering reaction from her. But oh, by the way, star rating, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. But on the way back from thrifting, we actually stopped off because we needed rice and Titus wanted beer, and I think that was it. But they were selling donuts, so I want to do a taste test of donuts because, I mean, if I don't eat them now, they're gonna go stale, and we can't have that on our hands. I'm going to make Titus up a little plate of donut too, so we can try all the flavours together. And by together I mean he's on the computer talking with his best mate, playing a game together, but like I can share them with him. So I'm not eating 4 whole donuts, instead I'll be eating 2. Hey babe, I bought you a donut smorgasbord.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know where to put it.
On this side.
Okay, enjoy.
Thank you.
Look how cute his little setup is. Have fun. Do you want the door open or shut?
Just leave it as is.
Okay. Some people might be like, oh, it must be so lonely having a partner who likes to game. 1, no, it's not lonely at all. And 2, it's the perfect setup because as a reader, I don't get interrupted. As a gamer, he does not get interrupted by me. And all works out pretty well. But anyway, I'm going to show you the donuts. This one is 1000 sprinkles with jam. This one is meant to be like spiced apple with custard. That one there is salted caramel, and that one is pav. I've got a feeling the caramel and the apple one's going to be my favourite, and the pav my least fave. So let's go for this one. I will be ranking them out of 5 because we are no longer a book channel here. We are a mukbang channel. Okay, that is my rank on top. Initial thoughts, it's just bread and cream. I don't know what else I expected, but this is kind of boring. I'm literally going to give it a 1 out of 5. It was kind of boring. It didn't taste bad. I don't think donuts really can taste bad unless they're stale. But it was boring. We've got the hundreds and thousands. I'm just going to eat the biscuit straight away. Alright, on this one, we have a strawberry icing and a jam filling. Okay. Well, why am I so pale? It has more taste and flavour than the first one purely because of the strawberry icing and the jam. But it's pretty standard donut flavour. So nothing too wow, but a good classic 3 out of 5. I need water. Okay, let's go for the custard one next. I am a fiend for custard. I was talking about this just in yesterday's vlog. Apple and custard, a strong flavour combination for me. It's going to poop out that side if I'm not careful. I'm going to say it. I'm a little bit underwhelmed. It's good custard on the inside, but the only hint of apple, and keeping in mind it was marketed as spiced apple and custard, that's the only little pad of apple is in the little nipple part of the donut. Sadly disappointing, but it still had the custardy flavour and it did have that little bit of apple. I think it puts it on par with the strawberry one from earlier, 3 stars. Now I have high hopes for the salted caramel because it has the caramel and the chocolate quite heavily draped over the top. Okay, don't let me down. Where do I bite? Good caramel. Almost too much caramel. My belly is going to ache. My hands are so sticky, hang on. 4 out of 5 for that one. Lots of gooey insideness, lots of treats on top. A little bit too much. I know that sounds so hypocritical, but a little bit too much. And not my favourite donut I've ever had in the world. So honestly, there's a whole bunch. Pretty average. Let's go find out what we're eating next. Hey babe, don't eat them all at once. It will give you a bellyache. At least I don't have icing sugar on my nose like a noob. Shame.
Yeah, mate.
Right, I feel like we need a recap of what is left. We have The Myth of Sisyphus, the last book in the Invisible Library series, When We Were Magic, The Bride Test, Librarian of Auschwitz, Obsidio, Stalking Jack the Ripper, Riot Baby, Solitaire, Hollow City, Deal with the Devil, A Tyranny of Petticoats, That Vampires Never Get Old. And I need to read that one, but not now. That I'm not really counting that as it's just here to remind me I need to read it. Oh, okay. So, the last spin we got contemporary. So trading that out, it's being replaced with TikTok. So I guess like a famous one on BookTok. I wonder if any of those were on BookTok. I bet you The Bride Test would be. Okay, so level it out, Bethany. Let's go. Okay, science fiction or fantasy, I have a lot of options. Alright, I don't know if you can see much of that shelf, but I've left the Dark Archives up there just because I only just finished reading the other book in the series and I kind of don't want to read the last one just yet. So the 4 options I have here are When We Were Magic, Deal with the Devil, Vampires Never Get Old, and Obsidio. Now, I really do want to get around to reading Obsidio, I really do, but I feel like I'm on a roll trying to catch up with my goal at the moment. But also, oh, I really want to read it. And the other thing is, it landed on the colour green, and this Deal with the Devil does have green in it. You know what, I think I'm going to go with Deal with the Devil. Let me put these back. Right now you would be thinking, Bethany, didn't you just say your stomach hurt? It's managed to get better. Ooh, there's a map. Yes. Okay, Old Mexico, obviously USA, Canadian territories. I'm assuming this is like dystopian then? Post-apocalyptic. Yeah, there we go. Wait, Orphan Black meets post-apocalyptic Avengers. Okay, cool. Oh, we have a smaller map too. Yes, love that. We're off to a great start. Oh, we have a little bit of classified. And then Nina had broken the cardinal rule and now she had to kill someone. Now, I'm not going to say this is going to be a 5-star read because I'm not about to jinx it. But how to hook a gal in? Maps. And people having to kill people. That sounds so much worse when I put it out loud. But yes, great start. Let's keep going. Alrighty team, so I am, wait, where's the page numbers? 56 pages into this and absolutely loving it. So now that I know what's happening, let me explain to you what's happening. So we do have a post-apocalyptic America. We are set in, oh gosh, what city, what state? One begins with A. Atlanta. Hey, I wasn't too far off. And basically we have 2 groups of people you want to think of. Our first group of people are the females. We've got Nina, who is our main character, and her 2 other like crew members, and basically they are the mercenary librarians. They use their skills to find knowledge for like the highest bidder, that sort of stuff. Now each of them have been genetically modified. That's because in this post-apocalyptic world there was a massive solar flare which basically took out technology, made everybody on the world really secluded from everyone else, as well as absolutely ruining infrastructure, like one big earthquake. However, there's been tech companies who, when that all happened, they had like high tech that could somewhat withstand the solar flare. So that's like the powerful government. It's not a government, but that's like a powerful group of people. And something they do to keep power is genetically enhance and modify people. So our 3 girls, Nina included, have been genetically modified in some way, but then managed to somehow, we don't know yet, get themselves out of that system, because that group is like the baddies, right? The people with all the power. So that's the girl group. We then have the boy group, who is a bunch of 5 mercenaries who also belong to like a... To be honest, where the girls' powers come from, it's not as clear, but the boys all came from, like, yeah, that, what's the word? Not diplomatic, definitely not democracy, but it's not a democracy, so I'm just thinking of the wrong term. They also came from another place. They were basically super soldiers until they all abandoned ship because they realised what they were doing wasn't for the greater good. But they all have like little chips in them because they were also mechanically enhanced. They weren't like born in a lab like I think the girls are. They were like regular humans who went in and kind of got like, I don't know, physical upgrades. But they have like a time bomb in them, so basically kind of like the fail safe, the kill switch for the company creating those super soldiers is that if they abandon, like our group of lads have, they are the Silver Devils, I think. They basically, the upgrades corrode and poisons them and kills them. So our 2 groups connect when the men need to go, I won't give away too much, I'm not that far in, but they need to go collect something that was taken from them. However, they don't have the skill set for like the taking of information. They are better at like killing and being soldiers in like a more physical sense. So they go to Nina and the ladies to team up. And we're getting to the part where they have teamed up and they're going away on their mission. And I have to say, hopefully that's enticed you, because so far this is a brilliant book. It is adult. There's definitely sexual tension. There's already been mentions of sexual acts. There's like sexual tension between the leader, like Nina, and the leader of the men's group. I've kind of forgotten their names. The one thing I will say is we have 8 main characters, 2 or 3 different groups of people, and wrapping your head around the dystopian world. If you're used to reading fantasy and dystopia, you're kind of used to that. There's always new terminology, especially if it's technology based. But it definitely is worth time sitting there and flicking back a little bit to make sure you fully can comprehend what everyone looks like. In terms of representation, so far we have the 3 girls. Nina, I believe, is, in my mind, she's like Italian, maybe a little bit Spanish. She's got like bronzed skin. We have Nina, who is basically, in my mind, I picture her like a Finnish woman. And then we have, I can't remember the other gal, but she's a black woman with like box braids. So diversity there. In terms of sexuality, so far everyone seems straight except one of the boys seems bisexual. So I'm just putting that out there already off the bat. Great start. This is what I was talking about, you know, like modern books. I think this was only released last year, maybe the year before. I would expect that diversity. So far doing well. And I'm just absolutely loving it. So that's just my little chip in for you. Hello, cat. Hello. Good morning. Are you okay up there, sir? Oh, okay. Good morning, team. I'll give you a book update when I get home, because I have been making great progress in... I've actually forgotten what it's called, the Kit Roacher book. Deal with the Devil. Such a good book, but it's 12:30ish. Titus is about to head to work, so I got myself ready and I'm heading out on the thrift run, that I've been wanting to do for a wee while. I know I went thrifting yesterday and it kind of just started to scratch the itch of me wanting to go out and really spend some time. Yesterday in the thrift store, it was a bit rushed because they were closing like an hour before I got there. and I don't take the whole hour, but I felt the pressure to rush through things. And so what I'm going to do is what I call, you know how you have a bar crawl, bookshop crawl? This is my thrift crawl. We're hitting my favourite 5 op shops here in Palmy where I live, and I'm just going to take you along with me. Alright, my first stop is the Red Cross shop. Hey guys, I actually thought I would do a voiceover. I haven't done one of these in the longest time. Here is the first item I tried on. I really loved the colour palette. It was giving me 2012 Tumblr Girl Galaxy, but I didn't like the fit. This, as you can see from my face, absolutely love. It's the most gorgeous pink nightie. This is just a good old black pencil skirt that hit me at the right length but was a bit too big, and I don't know how to alter things to fit me, so things have to fit. These are some little page boy shorts that I actually took the time to do it properly so you guys could see the little buttons on the side. I just love how kind of mask they feel, which is a vibe I sometimes want when I'm getting dressed when I have more masculine days, and these, I was just so happy they fit. They're proper vintage. I need to do some research into the brand just because I'm curious. Do I wish they were a little bit longer? Yeah. Do I wish that they weren't as skinny? Yeah, but honestly, so cute still, such a vibe. We then went over to St. Vinny's. You and me. I found this Pikachu shirt. The curtain wouldn't shut properly for me. I don't know, I always have these problems. But I only have 2 shirts I wanted to try on. My nickname is B, so I tried this on, but yellow, it's just not my colour. And then with this shirt, I was really trying to make it work. I did think it could be cute, but I don't have enough time to faff around with those shoulder things. It's so restrictive to me. Not as successful, but I did find this cute little silver necklace. I don't know, I liked it. $3. Why not? Got a little bit disorientated, I'm not gonna lie, but we're here. This is St. Vinny's, and I haven't been here in ages. Alright, the lighting in this place was actually really bad because it was a super warm light, so the colours in here are all washed out. Also, I tripped out over this mirror situation. By the way, that tall mirror, it really, I had to like crouch to see all of me in it. You can see me slouching there. I tried on this shirt, which you cannot see in person, but it had like a weird mark over the embroidery. The futuristic vibe, but it wasn't quite for me, so I left this one for someone else. And whilst we're talking about this, Glassons, this is a large. I am a small, slim woman. How can this fit our plus size women if it's not even like that much too big for me? These I tried on as a joke, to be perfectly honest. I do have a denim pair at home. That's me trying to see if you can see my black underwear through it. I couldn't very easily, so nude undies will be totally fine. But yeah, I tried these on as a joke and then they ended up fitting me beautifully and I just had to have them. And come on, phone. Okay, I'm just gonna have to hold you. I found 2 pieces, clashing patterns. But oh my god, the jewellery in there. I bought 4 necklaces and those 2 pieces, $20. She just rounded it down for me, I believe. Oh, what a legend, what a superstar. Okay, we have 2 more to go to. Let's keep going. Next up, we have the hospice shop. I just saw 3 teens actually exit this and they each had a bag, so my hopes are high. Alright, checking out the, I was going to say the wardrobe situation. Okay, this vest, I know it's ugly, but unfortunately this is not the last time you're going to see it. Just something in my old grandma soul was calling to this. The next item coming up is a shiny blue shirt. I have one in black, I have one in cream, and I just don't have one in blue, and I love blue. And then, boom, the vest. The vest is back again. I just really wanted to make it work. I don't know. My soul was absolutely screaming for it, but I was trying to convince myself. I then found another little black dress. It is velvet. I tried to overexpose it so you can see. Apologies for the mirror. It's got some cute little décolletage bust things, and the sleeves going on are pretty cute. This skirt was Country Road and it was so cheap, but it just doesn't fit me, and like I said, I don't know how to alter things. I want to learn one day though. These pants I ended up leaving behind, but the buttons were cool. They were like soda can things on. I was showing you that they fit me in length. The vest is back. The vest was back, and then I smiled because I liked it better. Some more pants, and I didn't get these ones either. I'm not into leggings. No jewellery, but my soul is happy. I got it. I couldn't help myself. I just had to. And then a few more things to add to the pile. I got a tax return a couple of days ago. Safe to say that's all gone into today's shopping trip. The very last one is like a second-hand store at Save Mat. It's where I went yesterday. I'm just going to pop in again because, like I said, yesterday felt rushed. The thing with Save Mat is I need to research it more, but I don't believe it's like a hospice shop or an op shop where the money gets put towards like a charity or anything like the ones I have been to today does. Like this one helps put money towards like hospice villages and elderly people who need the financial help and stuff, and Save Mat doesn't, but Save Mat has a huge store, so we're gonna go check it out. And I'm getting hungry, which is a good thing because it means that I won't want to spend too much time and spend too much money. Alright, this is the size of Save Mat. It's a really big store, well organised. Now this shirt is literally the shirt of my dreams. My Pinterest board has so many organza-esque shirts. I cannot believe I found this. This is my one regret. Looking back, I wish I picked this up. I didn't. I just, like I mentioned, I kind of love the mask vibe, and this would have gone perfectly with the shorts. And I want a waistcoat so badly. By the way, excuse the black t-shirt I have on underneath these things. It's really cold in Save Mat. I will say that. It's literally just a black building. This one, again, going for the like grandpa vibes, apparently, with this blue, but I didn't pick this one up. The vest, again, I love layering with vests, but the V was just too low to be practical for me. And this one, just no. The skirt, okay, I like the skirt, but it's hitching me at a weird length, so I left it. It was not quite midi, not above the knees, not mini, I don't know, it was confusing me. Now this cargo skirt, this I wish I knew how I could alter, because it would have been so cool if it was just sitting above the knees, but it just didn't fit. I'm still so sad about that, but it is what it is. From here we move into some dresses. The first one is this red one. Honestly, this fabric feels so thin and it was so short. I did not feel secure at all. I then went into this cargo green, which I always love a cargo green moment, but it just wasn't doing anything. Okay, this wasn't doing anything, and the fabric was so uncomfortable. Holy moly. This one I had to cover up, so parental guidance didn't come for me on YouTube. Look, it was almost there if I was still at uni. I'm home, and it's absolutely pouring down with rain, so let me bundle everything inside and do a haul. Alright, excuse the like artificial light if you can see the ring lights in my eyes. It is the only way for there to be even enough light to film this. But your gal has another bag of stuff. God, I just tipped it all out and I realised how much. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Let's just go through really quick in no particular order, and if I film any try-ons I'll put them here. First thing I got, okay, not the first, this is in absolutely no order because I cannot remember the order. I'm calling these like little newspaper boy shorts, excuse the rain, they must have been at the top, because they have the skirt on the back, and what I love about this is this little detail of buttons right here, and they just fit me really well. I kind of wish they were just a little bit shorter, but at the same time it means I've got absolutely nothing like that. I then picked up these vintage jeans. Look at the top. I was like, fingers crossed they fit, fingers crossed, and they did. And they're just so cool. They've got the little zips. Again, I wish they were a bit longer, and I kind of wish they weren't so skinny tapered, but I absolutely love them. And if I don't get much wear out of them, honestly, contemplating chopping them off and turning them into shorts, because I don't have any denim winter shorts. I don't know, that might be absolutely Hearsay. Does anyone know that brand? Is it Hearsay to chop a pair? I don't know. People chop Levi's. I don't buy secondhand clothes to like have a lot in money or anything. I had to pick these up. I literally have, you can see peeking right there, zebra denims, but they're like straight legged. and these ones are like fit all the way and then they have a flare. And honestly, I picked them up to try them on as a joke and they ended up fitting so perfectly. So I don't know what to say about that. Just happened to be a joke and then I spent money. Okay, what order? Whatever I can grab on top, I suppose. I had to make my little grandma soul happy, or grandpa soul. I just love how this made me feel. I have no idea how I'm going to wear it, and that's not normally how I buy things when I thrift them. I always have to be able to envision it with an outfit, but not that. My soul just told me to buy it, so I did. This velvet dress is really... Oh, maybe if I like purposely over exposed. There we go. Sorry, I'm so white, but you can see details now. Back to normal. It's got a bit of a plunge. Honestly, I think I'll get away with it at work if I had a little singlet on underneath, or it's just a beautiful little cocktail-y dress. I'm not one for velvet. I actually really hate the touch, but this velvet isn't giving me what I dislike about other velvets. So that was a nice little pick-me-up. Another little black dress to add to the collection. I then picked up this ugly shirt. I just have a thing for shirts which don't need ironing, are really soft, and are a little bit ugly patterned, because I just think they're fun. I think they're different. I can tuck them into my high-waisted pants for work, or I can do a little knot in the summertime / over dresses. I just think they're really versatile, and so this one was relatively cheap. I actually can't remember how much I paid for that shirt, but that was from St. Vinny's and they actually had pretty good prices all around. For $1, sorry I keep getting washed out, it's the ring light in the black, I picked up this turtleneck vest. It's kind of lengthy, and honestly I just thought it would be really cool to put over a dress in winter that we're in now / autumn, to add another layer of warmth, and also it's really soft. I then picked this up, which was also only $1. You saw me try it on. It is so damn pretty. So it's obviously like a nightie to sleep in, and I honestly sleep in nighties. I absolutely hate sleeping in shorts because they just go places you don't want them to go. And then I also I'm not too much of a fan of pants. They're okay, but for the most part I do actually just wear nighties, and in winter I wear socks. I mean, I've got a human next to me, we keep warm. I then picked up this shiny blue shirt. I have a shiny black and a shiny cream, and I love the texture of shiny against matte. So when I found this for only $4, I had to pick it up. It's really soft. And clothing items, the last two, I picked up this Holy sweater from, this is a Save Matte one. This was $10. I find Save Matte a bit pricey, to be honest. So I don't often pick up heaps and heaps, except obviously yesterday. But this Holy sweater, I honestly thought would look kind of cool. Again, layered over things. I'll be honest, I've been influenced a lot by the fashion TikToks I've been watching. There's a couple of people who I like to watch their stuff, and it just gives it like a grungy vibe. And then lastly, I had to pick this up. This is like a organza-esque, I don't know what you would call it, puff sleeve, like it's gathered, so like a bell sleeve. It's just beautiful. And whilst I don't think I would necessarily wear it as is, I think it would look awesome layered with a corset under a dress. I can think of so many ways I would like to try styling it. Whether it works or not, I don't know. But I saw this on the shelf and I was like, what the hell? I need that. How has nobody picked that up? Let's go through the necklaces. Honestly, oh gosh, hang on. Let me just untangle everything. All right, as you know from when I was redoing that in the last vlog, I am absolutely loving my necklaces at the moment. So let me show you the gold ones first. This is going to be so hard to show you. I might have to take some photos. Oh no, you can see. Has gold chain with black and just gold interspersed. I just think it's really organically dainty, and I think the length of it will be quite nice. It's got a decent amount of length and shortened chain there. And then this one, let me actually try this on. Okay, it's going to be just long enough. I actually can't be bothered doing up the clasp. But it's this like, oh yes, I love it. Why did I say I thought I might hate it? I wouldn't have bought it if I thought I would hate it. But I'm loving having chokers and then like a second one layering it. And you need some versatile pieces. And this is just beautiful, simple. I'm going to say gold plated brass. I don't know. There's a little tag. Oh, It does have a little SOOS stamped on it. I'll have to look into that, what that actually means. It's got some weight to it. It doesn't feel bad quality. Then we have this. Oh, there's my hair caught in it. Which isn't like my favourite piece, but I thought with the right outfit it could be so cute because it's got like little pink and clear and cloudy beads on it, and it's got a silver chain, and again a lot of room to extend or shorten if I want. This is all I got from the SPCA shop. This is just a little silver ball necklace. Again, it's just the same stuff, guys. Collecting things so I can stack. And I like both silver and gold. I used to only be silver, but starting to wear a bit more gold now too. And then these two are really similar. This is a little dainty pearl necklace. Is it going to be long enough around my neck? I was looking at it and I couldn't quite tell. Oh yeah, definitely need it on its like longest thing so I don't die, but it's a little choker. And then again for layering, this one, which is a little bit longer, so you can kind of imagine how they could potentially layer up. Again, pearls, something I've been influenced looking online, huge trends. So I got like a more dainty little one and then a thicker one, super cheap. So if you are interested in pearl necklaces, either dig them out because they're trendy from your mum's closet or your own, or go to vintage shops. I am totally aware that this video is starting to get quite long, so what I'm going to do is cut myself up a caramel apple and probably try finish this book so I can round off the vlog for you. Oh my god, I'm an absolute mess. So I went to bed and then I can't really sleep, although I'm kind of tired. I'm winding down. I literally am about to yawn. But I can't quite sleep yet, so I'm doing what any sane person does at 11:30 at night. I'm eating a sour cherry ice block, but I also want to very quickly wrap up Deal with the Devil by Kit Rocha, which turns out to be an author duo, which I didn't know until I read like the very last page. Let me get this right for you. It's a pseudonym for the author duo Donna Herron and Bree Bridges. They are best known for their gritty and sexy dystopian Beyond series. Never heard of it. I'm going to look it up and put a picture up here. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. Now I'm going to say this, but don't build your expectations too high, but I'm going to say this. If you're a fan of Sarah J Maas, I highly recommend reading this. There are some spicy scenes, just instead of like the fairy enemies to lovers, I guess this might be a bit Sarah J Maas, ACOTAR spoilers for that series, but how Rysand and Feyre, I mean yeah, this is definitely spoilers, end up being enemies to lovers. There's enemies to lovers in this as well. Although, are they enemies to lovers? It's been a while since I've read that series. But you've got enemies to lovers in this. But honestly, I think this, I know like some people don't like Sarah J Maas. Even if you don't like her writing style, I still think you might enjoy this. I'm just saying it reminded me of Maas's writing style a little bit. But I also don't want to put you off if you don't like Maas, because it is quite different. Our characters are like 30, I think, early 30s, which is kind of okay, because for me, it meant that we weren't straying too close to reading about people my parents' ages, having spicy time, and actually kind of decently close to my own age. I'm turning 26 in a few months, so although I'm not quite at 30 yet, and they might have even been old at like 40, it felt cool. I'm just thinking what I can say without spoiling too much. I feel like I've already told you the main thing that happens in the book that should hook you in terms of triggers. Definitely like physical abuse. It's a gory book, like it's an adult novel, don't get me wrong, it is not young adult, it is adult. I know Maas books can be marketed, in my opinion, to a younger audience than they should be sometimes, but definitely adult. I will also say the cover annoys me because this is not at all how I imagined our main character to be. Her name's Nina. That is not how I picture her to be. I picture her to be more like Latino. That's how I pictured her when she was described. I feel like the cover, I don't know, she's described as having like huge curves. Not huge, that's the wrong adjective. Like Like, she got an AS and she got a chest, and I'm not saying all Latinos have ass and chest. I don't know what. I'm just saying I don't feel like the picture on the person is how I imagined her. Anyway, I've got absolutely no doubt this vlog is going to get long, so I'm actually going to sit here with my ice block. I love artificial cherry flavour. Yes, it tastes like medicine. I think that's the way I like it. But yeah, I'm going to sit here, have my ice block, edit this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. And who knows, the next vlog, like, literally might start in a few seconds once I've finished editing this, and I might pick up a book to help me wind down too. But now I'm eating my hair. I'm going to sign off before I keep rambling. Thank you so much for watching, team. What's my sign off phrase? Enjoy all the places you go in your own reading adventures, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta! As my mum would say, TTFN. So sour but so good.